Yo, it's your boy here, UAG, back with another video. And unless you've been living under a rock, you've been bombarded with 1,000,001 videos on leaks. And I'm included, been hitting you up with those. You know, it's leaking season and Arcade1up is in full effect. So, you know, we heard tons and tons of things of Blitz, Time Crisis, Marvel vs. Capcom, but the latest edition right now is the Sonic Sega cabinet. And what is that? Well, there weren't a lot of arcade games for Sonic. We had the Fighters, and we had Pinball, and we also had that Marvel Madness lookalike, which is pretty freaking cool. There were Japanese games, but they imported now to the US, hopefully. But I was looking at this, and it seems like something was missing. I was thinking about what is the direction that Arcade1up is going. Well, Arcade1up basically in the last year or so has been focusing on online gaming. So, you know, they had a very heavy focus on the fighters, sports games as well, and what other competitive online gaming that can they do with that? You know, I think if you read into the messages that John D and the company have said before, they're focusing on kind of like they want to be the esports of the home arcade. And one of the things that we haven't even really fathomed is speedruns. Speedruns are huge in the community of retro gaming, not so much on the arcade scene, but on the console scenes. And Arcade1up, I think they're in the business of trying to get that E3 up and running and really make it competitive, make you want to come back on those cabinets. And what better ways than competition? You know, you have all these leaderboards on all the other games. Look at the latest Golden Tee. Golden Tee is riddled with leaderboard stuff. You have leaderboards for how many greens you hit, what was the best score on a particular hole, you know, pars, birdies, all that. And you have that for each and every freaking hole in every game. So there's so many leaderboards on that, and I think they could do that with the Sonic cabinet. They could do, you know, fastest run, the furthest you can go under with one life, do a number of speed runs. There's so many avenues that they can approach this, you know, leaderboards with these games. So I believe that they're going to be focusing, after the few arcade titles they put on there, some console games, but those console games are going to be worried about things like this, speed runs. So it can be exciting. You know, it's going to be very competitive with the community. You know, I know when I'm playing these games, what keeps me coming back is having a friend like OTG or Mad Dads or Moat, and I have them on my targets. I'm like, I want to beat them. What better way to get you to come back to the cabinet than competition? This is one of the things that Arcade1up is betting on, and I think they're betting big on it, and I'm excited to see what they do with this. This is one of the most iconic games and mascots and IPs in gaming history. Like, it's pretty big for Sega. And on top of that, you got a movie coming through. This is the way, as a guy with a mask once said. This is the way. Anyway, guys, what do you think about my ideas? Do you think that Arcade1up is going to be focusing on speed runs and things of that nature? Or am I just a fool and coming up with these crazy ideas that no one even cares about? If they were to do this, would you be excited about it? Would you want to do this? Because I think there is a lot of nostalgia there for this particular game. You know, hey, I know it's not an arcade game, but it does bring us back to a certain time in our lives. Remember that time you got that Sega Genesis for your Christmas gift? I do. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. And as always, keep gaming.